Hare Krishna, Namaste. The question is, in Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said that those who attain Satyaloka will never have lamentation, no old age, no death, no any sort of pains. So how can we understand this? Because Satyalokam is part of this universe. But the sloka in Srimad Bhagavatam, 2nd canto, 2nd chapter, 27th verse says, Na yatra shoko, na jara, na mrityuhu, na artir, na cha udvega, rite kutaschit, yaschit tato ataha, kripaya nidam vidham, duranta dukkha, prabhavanu darshanat. In that planet of Satyaloka, there is neither bewilderment, nor old age, nor death. There is no pain of any kind, and therefore there are no anxiety. Whereas in Bhagavad Gita, 8th chapter, 16th sloka, Krishna says, A Brahma Bhuvana Lokaha Punaravartino Arjuna Mamupaityetu Kaunteya Punarjanma na Vidyate. From the highest planet in the material world, that is Brahmaloka, to the lowest planet, all are places of misery, wherein repeated birth and death takes place. So the question is, Srimad Bhagavatam says, Satyaloka is a place which is free of miseries, death, old age, anxieties, whereas in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna clearly says that even if one goes to Satyaloka, one has to come back into this material world. Once their punya is exhausted. We went through multiple vyakyanas, commentaries on this verse, and majority of the commentators have given similar opinion on this verse. They are mentioning that it is Satyaloka, whereas one Vyakyana, one commentary by Sridhara Swami says it is not Satyaloka, it is Vaikuntaloka, the spiritual world. If it is taken as spiritual world, then there is no question. It is very clear that those who goes to the spiritual world will never have to go through any of these things that one goes through in this world. There is no birth, there is no death, there is no anxiety, there is no lamentation, there is certainly no old age. On top of all that, one who goes there never has to come back into this world. It's a one-way ticket. So that part is very clear. In that sense, this question would not arise. But since it is said Satyaloka very clearly in the translation, and also by many other commentators like Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Vijay Tirtha, Vijay Rahavar, and few others, they say what is mentioned here is Satyaloka. So if it is Satyaloka, then how do we understand from what Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita? Answer is, there is no contradiction between Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. What Krishna says is absolutely the base or the principal rule. So there is no need to doubt on Krishna's statement. And what Srimad Bhagavatam says is also true. Therefore, both Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita are speaking the same. The way to understand this is simple. Those who does Brahma Upasanam, that is, one who worships Brahma, Chaturmukha Brahma, will attain the Brahmaloka and live with Brahma. For such person who worships a particular Devata, in this case Brahma, for him attaining that Ishta Devata in their Loka is considered to be Mukti, according to them, in their terms. Like how a person who has not had food for many days, when a food is given to him, when he is satisfied eating that food, for him it is as good as attained moksha. Let's take another example. For one who has a acute pain, taking painkiller is like getting liberated from that pain. But we know that painkiller, the effect of the painkiller stays there for few hours maybe. Then one must take another pill again to control the pain. In some cases, if the pain is so very intense, then the patients are admitted in the hospital and the same painkiller is given in the form of a drips that goes into the body continuously. So that person is free of pain for the entire period as long as the drips are given to him. But that cannot continue forever. It has to stop at one point. The patient cannot live in the hospital continuously taking drips to keep the pain under control. When this sloka says there is no death, there is no lamentation, there is no anxiety, there is no old age, what it does is it is comparing itself with the other lower planetary systems, specifically Swargaloka, Bhuvarloka, Bhuloka. When one attains the Brahmaloka, one comes to an understanding what a relief for them compared to those other three planets, where the sufferings are so very severe over there. Over here, no anxiety, no old age, no death, no lamentation, meaning when Brahmaloka, Satyaloka is compared to these other lower planetary systems, one can say those problems do not exist in this Brahmaloka. It is like a continuous painkiller given to the body in one sense. The pralayas are 4 types. One of the type is Naimitika Pralaya. During Naimitika Pralaya, that is when Brahma goes to sleep, the 3 planets Bhur, Bhuva, Swarga get destroyed. Satyaloka remains as it is without being impacted. In that sense, one can easily say that there is no death, there is no old age, there is no anxiety, there is no lamentation. In that way, the sloka says, Na yatra shoko, na jara, na mrityu. But when the Mahapralaya happens, that is Prakrita Pralaya, the entire Prakriti is being destroyed. That time, even Brahma, along with his Brahmaloka, is finished. And that is what Krishna says, that even if we go to Brahmaloka, live as long as that Brahma lives, still you have to come back again into this world. Vijayatirtha, in his commentary, he quotes that a king by name Sweta, out of his punya karmas, he attained the Brahmaloka, and he was in the association of Brahma for a long period. But after his punya got exhausted, he took birth again in this Bhuloka, and not only that, at one point he ate his own dead body. That was the condition. And also it is very clear that in this loka, it is not said that those who attain Brahmaloka will never have to come back again into Bhuloka, or will never take birth again in this universe. But in contrary, Krishna makes it very clear in that sloka 8.16, in the second half of the sloka, that Mamupatyetu Konteya Punarjanmana Vidyate. But Arjuna, O son of Kunti, one who attains my abode never takes birth again. So, to conclude on this question, comparing to the other planetary system, the lifespan in Satyaloka is longer. One doesn't have to die soon. In other sense, one doesn't have to leave the Brahmaloka sooner when it compared to the other planets like Indraloka, Swargaloka. They live there for much longer period. And compared to Bhur, Bhuva, Swarga, the lamentation, anxiety, those things can be said doesn't exist. there was another additional question on the same topic. In Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, 1st chapter, 21st sloka, Srila Prabhupada says, Satyaloka is situated next to Brahmaloka. All this while we have been told that Brahmaloka and Satyaloka one and the same. But here in this purport, Prabhupada clearly says Satyaloka is situated next to Brahmaloka. Does it mean they are not one, they are two different lokas? No, they are not. Satyaloka is Brahmaloka, Brahmaloka is Satyaloka. They are one and the same with two different names. But we must know that at times the Brahma Jyoti, the Brahman effulgence, also referred as Brahmaloka. But with a proper context, one must understand whether it refers to the place of Brahma, Chaturmukha Brahma, or a place of Brahman effulgence. In this case, Prabhupada's statement is quite clear. When he says Satyaloka is situated next to Brahmaloka, that means Satyaloka is comparatively closer to Brahman effulgence. Therefore, the Brahma Jyoti sometimes said to be Brahmaloka. But that is not the place where Brahma lives. Brahma does not live in Brahma Jyoti. He has his own planet. Therefore, his planet is also referred as Brahma Loka, where Brahma lives. Thank you. Hare Krishna.